Do founders need to set aside shares when they form their company for future investors? Like, do they need to put those on the sidelines waiting for folks?
They don't. This is something that, say, about half the people that come to us tell us how they want to set up their cap table, and they say, we want to set aside 30 or 40% for future investors. Whether you're an LLC, whether you're a corporation, all of that stuff will be figured out later. The amount of shares, creation of new shares or equity unit, if it's an LLC. All of that stuff gets figured out later. Part of the reason for that is that you don't know what you're creating yet, right? If it's an investor, it's probably going to be some sort of preferred equity. There's kind of common standard rights that investors will get for financial investment. But there's a bunch of things that they might ask for that we're going to, as your attorneys, if we're working with you, maybe push back on, try to whittle down on some of these rights and privileges that they ask for. You have no idea what it is that you're going to give them or how much. So you really just figure out what you want the cap table to look like between the founding team, maybe how much you want to set aside for your equity incentive plan, which is not that important because that can always fluctuate later in time. But you don't have to set anything aside for investors at the outset, which is nice.
Right. And the concept there is companies create new shares and new units when they need to. That's like, people don't get that coming in, is that you can make more